Summertime. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Chilling with Millennials. I am your semi-host, Ian, and I am
Alright.
always joined with my other semi-host, Dustin.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Summertime. It is currently the summer of 2022. What a great summer it has been so far.
Yes,
Right?
I have had a great summer so far. Ever since summer started on June. Wait. Does June? Wait, it's June right now.
Yeah, it's like mid-June right now.
Doesn't summer start in late June?
I don't know. I just kind of count summer from when I start sweating more, which was
All
June.
right. So it officially starts on June 21st. So it's actually not summer yet, but by the time this episode comes out, it'll be summer. It's basically summer though, mid-June.
Yeah.
Who considers that spring? Mid-June. No one I know.
No. I feel like everyone thinks of summer from pretty much when you get released from school. Even when you're an adult, it's like when when schools are out, it's like that's summertime.
Yep. So that's like right at the beginning of June. I think you just said that.
Yeah. Speaking of summer, did you watch Stranger Things?
Yes, I've watched the most recent season, the first part of season 4. Really excited for the second part of season 4. That hasn't come out yet as of this recording. But yes, I'm a big fan of the show. I didn't personally grow up in the 80s, believe it or not. I'm a 90s kid. I feel really old, but still I'm a 90s kid. And yeah, it's like a really nostalgic feeling show that I feel like, wow, back in the day, even though I never experienced that decade.
I know what you mean, because yeah, like some of the furniture, I'm like, oh, that reminds me of my grandma's house kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the plastic furniture with like flower prints, or like some of the kind of like bad looking wood grain cabinet textures. Yeah, that's super nostalgic.
Yeah, plus like if you watch like 80s films at all, or you listen to 80s music at all, I think like maybe, I know my mom really likes 80s music because maybe that's the time of her life where she was like partying or something. I don't really know the details, but like that's what she liked to listen to a lot in the car sometimes. So I'm pretty familiar with 80s music. And yeah, 80s films. Obviously, there's a lot of classic films from that time. So that all plays into it.
I know, right? But yeah, I'm actually kind of enjoying Stranger Things. I think I'm only at episode 4 or 4. So I'm like midway through the first part. I'm digging it so far.
They're pretty big. They're pretty long episodes.
Yeah, it's like Korean drama episodes almost.
Yeah, except like the production value is way higher.
Yeah. For only 7 episodes, which is really not that much, but each episode, it captivates you, and it almost like fills you up. So it doesn't necessarily feel like you have to watch the entire thing all in one sitting.
That's true. That's true. They're like mini movies.
Yeah.
Each episode is satisfying, chunky. Super well made show. I was like a little bit like kind of thinking, hey, like, do we really even need a season 4? But then after watching through season 4, I'm like, yeah, this is pretty well executed. Definitely a fan of what they're doing. The kids are getting way older. They're like in high school now. That's pretty interesting. I think they said season 5's the last one. I think they said something like that. So yeah, should be good to wrap it up. But yeah, it's kind of like one of those shows where if it just ended after any season, it could have just ended. Like they're pretty self-contained. So I'm not really like thirsting for season 5, but I definitely appreciate whenever a new season comes out.
Yeah. I don't know. It really plays well with that half nostalgia, half like sci-fi horror kind of deal.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
think maybe it kind of feels like it's geared towards us and people slightly older than us, but
Mm.
I don't know. They do it in a way that I think is kind of like generational, or not generational,
Mm.
but like transcends generations, which is really interesting.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know like some of my students that I tutor that are in elementary school, they like the show.
Hmm.
So it's definitely a show that can appeal to all the generations. Like it's like that genius thing where it appeals to everyone, where like the adults get something out of it, the kids get something out of it. Obviously, like if you're a kid, it's just like a fun sci-fi adventure type of show, and the characters are all kids. But if you're an adult, you get that nostalgia vibe. Um, Maybe yeah, you can relate with the adults too in the show. So yeah, super good show. What's happening right now in episode 4?
So spoiler alerts, obviously, but literally it was the what was that song? The Kate Bush song.
Yeah. The
Yeah, bro.
running up the hill or something?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. I'm like, you know what? I remember that song, and it's still a good song. So it's like, yeah, I
did you
really
see it's
enjoyed that
like
episode.
it's topping the charts now? I don't know about number 1, but it's like a top 10 song
Yeah,
um in whatever charts. I don't know what charts, but like
the
it's
charts.
yeah, the charts, the charts. Um yeah, so that made a big resurgence. They definitely make the song super cool in the show. They used it
Yeah.
super well in that episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that episode just because I feel like that's a really good like because it feels like almost the topic was about like depression or like almost
Mm.
or like PTSD or like that kind of like being in a dark place. Well, she was literally in a super dark
Yeah,
place, but like how music and people can kind of bring you out of that,
true.
which felt like the really like blaring message. I mean, it was pretty obvious, but
Yeah. No,
yeah,
that was a it had layers, definitely had layers.
yeah,
They
yeah.
definitely have that like Nightmare on Elm Street vibe. Um
Mm,
I think that's an 80s movie. Yeah,
yep.
so yeah, they have those 80s vibes going, and they just like blend it really well with the modern um I guess technology, and I
Yeah.
don't know, it's just like the modern quality with like the soul and spirit of like classic 80s
Yeah.
films.
Yeah. Kind of like how, like, the thing I liked about it was that it felt kind of like nostalgic, like Stranger Things, but yeah, it did use that technology, which it feels like they're taking that direction. Is it the same directors? I don't know. But I know it's the same actor.
Hmm. Right, right, right.
But
Yeah, and the
yeah.
cast are great. Sometimes, if you're cast as a child actor, then you grow up, then it's like kind of a weird fit after a while.
Mm,
But yeah, I think the cast are pretty good. Still, they're still like basically the same people, just a little bit older.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah. It felt like a very nice evolution instead of like, because I know some child actors, after a while, they just get kind of mid, you know?
yeah, true.
It feels like they're growing and they literally and then more experience wise and then I just kind of hope that it they keep up with it, which is kind of hard to ask just because they are still kids. So they as much as we want to see more content from them, we should also respect that they're people and that
Yeah,
they have to experience life, which yeah, you cannot experience life through a lens or in front of a camera. That's just not life.
yeah. That's why they all get. I don't know about these days. I feel like these days it's a little bit better, but most child actors that are our age
Yeah.
or older are messed up.
Yeah. Or
That's not
they wrote a
funny.
book about recovering.
Yeah, and I can definitely see why that's the case because they're basically being exploited.
Mm,
Like you don't really have a choice
yeah.
if you want to act or not. Like
Mm,
if you're literally a child, so um, yeah, it's kind of messed up. But how else are we gonna watch films and shows with kids in them?
yeah. Yeah. Oh, was it? There's one part that made me kind of like instantly hit me in the like, damn, this is old. Where as they're in the library, they're using microfilm. Have you ever
Oh,
used
the
microfilm before?
to see the old newspapers.
Yeah. Wait, have you ever used microfilm before?
I don't. Maybe once for
Yeah.
like project.
Yeah, I think I only used it once too, and I think that was for like a project where I had to go to like the state library archive section,
Oh
and
wow.
the librarian literally has to teach me how to do this just because you know nobody our age knows how to use that.
Nah, but I guess it still works,
Yeah,
and that's pretty cool that they still have like newspapers from way back in the day, like before the internet. Because
yeah,
otherwise, like from the internet era, you can probably just look everything up.
yeah, yeah. But
But
yeah,
pre-internet, yeah, they had to get creative with how to document everything. And, like, there's a lot of stuff that got lost, probably.
yeah,
So, yeah, just having those documented in libraries, that's pretty cool.
yeah. Libraries are a really good resource that I feel like are slightly underutilized.
Yeah, yeah. I think like with the internet, right? Like, well, libraries were already like dying. I feel like when we were growing up. Well, I mean, the internet existed, of course, but it wasn't like today's internet,
Yeah,
where everything's commercialized and nearly everything is on there. Yeah, so nowadays, I feel like libraries have even less use, you could say, but where else can you find like rare books or like things you find on the internet are not published? They haven't gone through like the quality control of a publisher. And plus, like if you get books, it's usually just illegally downloaded unless you actually buy them. And there's all sorts of other resources in libraries, so kids definitely use that library.
but actually, it's interesting because my sister's a librarian.
All right, that's
she
right.
she works in the archives, and so a lot of her work is it was usually um, organizing it and like referencing people towards it. But library also has a system where they can actually trace back family lineage for you because a
Oh
lot of the
wow.
libraries, or especially the state libraries, have like town records or stuff like that. So you can actually do a lot of like family tree research in libraries, which is interesting.
Huh. That's pretty cool. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I think it's also because I think they have a partnership with the Japanese government too,
Hmm.
so they have access to some of their records. Because especially with our large Japanese population, we
Right.
can, I believe, they can go back a few generations in Japan as well, which is
Oh
really
wow.
cool. Yeah,
That's dope. That's dope. I need to do that. Like I didn't, because I actually don't really know that well, and
yeah,
so yeah, it would be cool to see
no,
if they
yeah,
have me. I hope they
it's
do.
pretty interesting. Yeah, I believe there's a fee though, because it's like a state thing, so they
What?
can't do it for free.
I thought they did everything for free.
Yeah, that's her main like thing that she hates is like people complaining about it not being free, and then why they don't have records on everything. It's like that's just how it is, bro. you know?
Yeah. Pick one or the other.
Yeah,
You want quality, free? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You can just go like ancestry.com or something, pay
Yeah.
money
Just
for that.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a interesting segue. But speaking of old nostalgic things and summer, um, I don't know how to get into this. Save me.
You mean summer?
Summer. Yeah, that's another
All
thing.
right. Yeah. So, you know what? If you're an American, and yeah, if you're an American, you definitely know about summer. Summer is a big part of your life growing up. The season of summer. I would say that. Is it my favorite season? Maybe,
Really?
but it's up there. It's up there. You know, all
I like winter
seasons
better.
have their merit, though. You know,
Hmm.
it depends where you live, really. But yeah, summer's definitely up there. So just wanted to give homage, pay homage to the season of summer.
Yeah, summer. I think my earliest memory of summer is probably getting off of school and spending majority of my summer at my grandma's house in Kalihi.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Earliest summer memory? I don't even know. I don't think I even distinguished between seasons when I was a kid. Like, we grew up in Hawaii, so it's like almost the same season the entire year.
Yeah.
Maybe it rains a little more in the winter. It's a little bit cooler, but it's almost indistinguishable, especially if you're a kid. So I didn't label that time summer because, like, maybe I was slow, but I didn't really like understand seasons. So I think like when I first had a summer break, and then I went to this summer fun.
Oh,
you know what summer fun is?
Was it the state summer fun or was it like why summer?
I think it was a private thing. I don't know if it was a state thing. It was called Kama'aina Kids.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, so it's basically they just babysit your kids in a large group over the summer.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool.
I know parents still line up in front of like the regional park offices to sign up their kids for summer fun or like summer programs. That's still an annual thing that I don't think it'll ever go away because it's pretty cheap and it's a good way of getting someone to watch your kids during summer.
Yeah, that's pretty valuable. If you're a parent. I'm not a parent yet, but I could definitely see why parents definitely want that.
Yeah. Wait, did you go to summer school during that time?
Yeah, I went to summer school. I think I started going to summer school like maybe like 3rd grade or something, but before that I only went to summer fun.
Oh, okay. Because I think for me it was mostly my grandma's house and then summer school and then YMCA summer fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went to YMCA summer fun.
Yep.
Yeah, summer fun, it's pretty good, I guess. Like, I honestly, like, the first day that I went to summer fun, I'm pretty sure, like, I asked my mom, like, is this my new school? And then I forgot what she said. I think she just said yeah. And so I was like, oh, okay, cool. I really was too young to care at all. Like,
yeah.
Like when you're a kid and you have no expectations, it's not like you can associate anything with anything. So I was just like, oh, cool.
Yeah. It's literally like, okay.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if your summer program is a lot different than mine.
What did you guys do?
So for ours, I believe you could either do it as like you drop off your kid in the morning and pick them up after work, or you could do where they would pick them up from school, which is usually what
I
my
had
parents
those.
did. Yeah.
So yeah, depending on if I had summer school, it was either between those two.
Yeah. I think, yeah. And then usually we'd eat lunch after, and then I think when for the younger year ones, they actually had nap time after lunch, I think, which is pretty nice.
I don't think we had nap time.
Yeah. I mean, nap time any age is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie.
I wasn't a big napper. I wasn't a big nap time guy as a kid, actually.
Oh, really?
Nah, I just laid there with my eyes open.
That's weird.
Yeah, I was like, what's the point of this? I would say it was really boring, but actually, like, I was just that kid that just didn't care about anything or what, because I didn't mind at all. Like I just saw everybody napping. I thought everybody was like me, like nobody was actually sleeping. I was just like,
Yeah.
what is this? Like I'm awake the whole time. I'm just looking around.
Damn. I think I love naps from an early age, and it's all
Nice.
my love for it has only deepened as I've aged.
Wow. I had to be introduced to the nap. Actually, I
Oh,
still don't like naps, to be
really?
honest. Like I only nap when I absolutely have to.
Oh,
Yeah.
that especially like 1 or 2 o'clock. It's like, oh my god, I can feel myself fading.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the power nap.
What's the difference between a nap and a power nap?
So I would say like a power nap is like a 20-minute nap.
Ah,
Yeah. Any longer is like a full on nap, I would say.
okay, yeah. I think I tried a power nap, but it just becomes the regular one. It's like, okay, I'm gonna sleep for like half hour maybe, and it's like, oh, it's about an hour and a half later. Okay,
Oh.
that was a bit long.
No, but like the timing really matters because of your sleep cycles, right? So
Yeah, that's what I heard.
um power naps, you don't fall into deep sleep yet.
Hmm.
So yeah, you get like some better mental acuity. You feel a little bit sharper afterwards. You don't fall into deep sleep. But if you go for like 1.5 hours or so, you go into one sleep cycle.
Hmm.
So if you wake up after that, then you're like super refreshed. But if
Oh,
you're like take like a 60-minute nap or something like that, you're still in your deep sleep, and then you wake up and you feel horrible.
I don't necessarily time my naps, but I always feel irritated that I had to wake up after my nap. Like no matter how long I slept, I'm like, I wish I was still napping.
Dang, you really like sleep. How much do you how many hours do you sleep at night though?
Okay, so it really depends. Like if I don't have work at night, I usually fall. Okay, it really depends because sometimes I'm on the couch and I'll be watching the news and I'm already like halfway asleep at like 10:15. But like sometimes when I come home from work, it's usually like about 2 o'clock I fall asleep. So it varies too much to give a baseline, but somewhere
Hmm,
between like 4 and 7 hours.
that's pretty different. That's pretty
I know.
different.
Yeah, each day is not the same, so it's hard.
Hmm. I am super picky about my sleep though. I really like to get like at least 7 hours of sleep every night,
Mm.
or else I just don't like how I feel the next day. Maybe
Yeah.
if I just do one night of not much sleep, the next day is fine.
Mm.
Um, but then like 2 nights is like, yeah, I don't like this.
Oh, I think maybe my thing is more of when I wake up, because no matter how much
Mm.
I've slept, I usually try and wake up by like 7:30.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's what you're supposed to do to keep a consistent schedule is like sleep or wake up at the same time, no matter when you fell asleep.
Yeah, yeah. It's only if I'm like really hungover or I'm just like super tired, I sleep longer. But
Mm.
besides that, yeah, it's usually 7:30, maybe 8. If I'm
Yeah,
feeling kind of tired, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Eight is that cutoff point for waking up. Eight is like that super neutral time where it's neither early nor late.
Yeah, yeah. It's like it feels right because if it's like 9, it's like you sleeping a bit too much, kind of thing.
Yeah, nine is like, oh, you kind of feel like a piece of poo. Like,
Yeah.
dang, I'm a lazy piece of poo.
Yeah, it's like what? It's 9 o'clock. You haven't even brushed your teeth. It's like you haven't even like washed your face or anything like that. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, but if it's like 7, you're like, all right, this feels like a work day. This is not fun. But
Yeah,
8, it's like, all right, I got enough sleep. Also, not a piece of poo. So,
yeah.
yeah, we're good.
It's juggling responsibility and actually enjoying things.
Yeah. 8 o'clock wake up time, the perfect wake
Yeah,
up time.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I would try to wake up at 8 during the summer. I would try to wake up at 8.
Oh,
Sometimes I wouldn't. Many times I wouldn't, but
wait, as a kid?
I would say most of my summer memories are like high school and older. But I would say like yeah, I kind of forgot my childhood unless you like really jog my memory. Actually, I just forget everything. So
No, same. Like I have to really think about it. Like when I was trying to think about like summer school program stuff, I really had to like dig deep.
yeah, it's somewhere in there, really, really deep that I don't think about it almost ever anymore. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, summer school. I started that in like third grade, and I think some of my friends were going to summer school already. So I was like, what is this summer school? Sounds kind of
Yeah.
interesting. Um, yeah, and then for us, like, we didn't go to summer school at the same school that we go to regular school. So I guess because fewer kids go to summer school than regular school, obviously. So let's say if you live in Pearl City, um, they would like rotate which school in there does summer school, and then all the other Pearl City schools kids go to that school for summer school. So
Oh.
yeah, like I went to Waiao. So my regular school was Momilani Elementary School, and then yeah, for summer school I went to like Waiao, and then I went to like what was the other one? Like some other Pearl City school. So yeah,
Highlands, probably.
maybe. Oh yeah, maybe that was one of them. That was one of them. But I think I went to like a few different ones, rotated around, and um, yeah, it was pretty interesting. Like going to a different school. That's kind of interesting, and
Yeah.
like going to school with different schools kids is also kind of interesting.
No, yeah. Because I think, well, especially for elementary school, it was a small, what was it? Small Buddhist school, so it's not
Mm.
very big. So they didn't have summer programs. So I
Mm.
went on. Oddly enough, I went to PBA or Pacific Buddhist Academy, like across the street, because for some reason their school was bigger. And yeah, I went there for summer programs. I think I honestly remember Spanish class. I took normal classes like Spanish, math. What else?
Mm.
Like normal, like because my parents think that I need to reinforce my education because
Oh
they
yeah,
don't want
yeah. I
me.
think that's what my
Yeah,
mom told me too when I first went to summer school.
because I'm pretty sure as an elementary kid I did fine. I'm pretty sure I was a B student, but I think they
Mm.
could tell it's like if I get off the rails, it's like the whole train just comes off, kind of thing. You know?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what my mom said because
Yeah.
I wasn't like a bad student at all. I mean,
Yeah.
not at all. Like I was an A student except certain things that they had on the report card, like participation and like behavior.
Oh,
Like those things, I was like a C student,
yeah.
but like the actual subjects, I was an A student. But I think like early in the school year, I just like didn't do well or something. I don't know. And then my mom was like, "Yeah, it looks like you forget everything in the summer, so you have to go to summer school now." And I was like, "All
I'm pretty
right."
sure I was the exact same. Cause yeah, yeah, same thing. I don't think I was a bad student, but yeah, it's more of I was just stubborn. Where it's like if I didn't care about the subject, I really didn't care about
Hmm.
like anything.
I
Yeah.
think like I just didn't have any self discipline. Um, like I don't know, like I didn't have that concept. And I didn't really have the concept of hard work either for some reason. So like I just did whatever I wanted, and the grades ended up how they ended up. Like of course, like on the day that I got the report card, I wanted those grades to be good, but like I never did anything between those times to make them good. I just like did whatever I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause like well, now I think about it, I think yeah, it's mostly my parents are the main reason why I was a decent student. Cause yeah, I think I had after school tutoring and stuff. Or not tutoring, but like I didn't go Kumon, but like that kind of facility where like they made you
Mm,
do math problems and stuff,
yeah.
which I don't know if that necessarily helped me because I still found it like not that hard, but it's more of I never felt like trying hard to do it kind of thing. It's like,
that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, which is probably not a good thing because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, actually, I remember when the switch flipped for me. It was like in 5th grade, I think.
Yeah.
Because I would always get like C's. Well, in elementary school, I don't know if it was like this for you, but at my elementary school, there was no A, B's, or C's. It was E's or S. E is excellent, and then S is satisfactory. So there was like E, S plus, S minus. I don't know the fail one. I never got it, but like, yeah, I think it was like E, S plus, S minus. So that would be the equivalent of A, B, C, whatever. So I would always get just like S's in like participation, behavior, things like that. But like E's and other things. So then, I don't know, like for some reason in the second half of 5th grade, I just decided, or I think it was just because my mom got really, really mad. Yeah, I think that was why. I think she like probably like took one of my toys or like, yeah, I got punished pretty hard actually now that I think about it. But yeah, that happened. Then I kind of like a switch flipped. I was like old enough to actually piece logic together. And so I just started like trying in the class, like at least raising my hand once every like morning or afternoon and whatever, and just like participating in stuff. And then I brought up those grades. And then from then I linked what I do to results. And then, yeah, I guess that was just like a switch flipping moment for me.
Damn. I never had that switch flipping moment.
Dang.
I think the only time I ever did that was just like if I needed something and I'm like, you know what? Getting this result would make me happier just because I could get something out of it. That was the only time I actually ever tried. Which is not, yeah.
Yeah, I think
I wouldn't mind having that moment when I was younger.
Yeah, because like actually like my mom is very sweet and nice. She always packed like snacks for me. Like there was totally 90s snacks like fruit roll-ups. I think they were called string things.
Yeah.
You remember those things, like totally 90s snacks that are just like kind of...
I don't remember ever receiving it. I remember getting it from other friends because
yeah, exactly.
I was that kid. Okay, I think I only ate out maybe at most once a week of McDonald's. Like that was a treat. And like my normal breakfast would be like miso soup or like nori and rice kind of thing until I was in high school. Or no, it might have been after.
That's pretty Japanese.
That's super Japanese, but that's also the most plain thing to eat for breakfast every day. Oh,
especially for a kid.
Yeah. And yeah, my snacks would be Cheerios or like just like soda crackers by themselves. Like literally nothing sweet.
Damn, bro. Yeah, I was that kid. I was that kid with the cool snacks.
Oh.
That everybody just wanted to have snacks from.
Damn.
Thanks, Mom. And then like for some reason I noticed one day that I didn't have any snacks in my bag, like at recess, and I was like, oh no, I don't have snacks. I guess my mom forgot. But I went home and I was like, Mom, you forgot my snack. And she's like, it's because you're grounded. It says right here. She had like, there was this paper on the wall and it had a list like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's like, if Dustin doesn't listen at the top. And then first time is like no snacks. Second time is like, I don't know, like 1 pinch. Third one was like, I don't know, but it went all the way to like number 6 or something. And the last one was like spoonful of Tabasco in your mouth.
Like, bro,
I didn't even know what Tabasco was. I was like, what the heck? Isn't that in cigarettes? I thought it was like some ash or something.
This literally sounds like a Running Man kind of like punishment thing.
That's just a challenge right now. That's like, that sounds fun.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even like get that I was being grounded.
Damn.
The first time. Yeah.
It's like, you can't ground me. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, exactly. Mom, you forgot my snack.
It's like, you're not doing your job, woman. It's like,
Yeah. Can't you see? Come on. Yeah, so maybe I was spoiled.
Yeah, maybe a little. Yeah, I think. Actually, now that I think about it, I think my parents started yelling at me about my grades more like middle school.
Okay, so they were like, okay, I get it. You're a kid when you're in elementary school.
Well, I think elementary, I was okay. But middle school, I had to actually like try harder kind of thing. Yeah.
That makes sense. So was it? I don't know. Like, was it more your mom or your dad that like yelled at you more?
It was probably more my mom, because I know if my dad yelled at me, then I know I really fucked up, kind of thing.
I think that's how it usually goes.
Yeah.
It's usually moms will yell more because I think moms can like retain anger a lot more, right? And then dads will yell if you really messed up.
Yep. That's the marker of like you did
the
it.
Circle of life. That's that's probably what would happen if and when I have kids. I probably won't. I would probably be like Min Young that yells most of the time, and then I don't know when I
yell. I'd be like, yeah, do what she says.
Yeah, hey.
Stop that.
Hey, stop that. Come on. Yeah.
That might just be all parents. Then again,
I think it really is. I think it's just a super common thing. I think, we don't have to get into that, but I think it's just like, it's just human nature, man.
It really is. Yeah. But getting back to summer.
Yeah, so summer school, there was that. I wasn't like totally getting poor grades when I went back to the school year. Super cool stuff. That was like summer as a kid, and summer in middle school was a blur, I think. So summer in elementary school, my summer school was the public schools in Hawaii, in Pearl City. And for middle school, I started going to Punahou Summer School. So Punahou in Hawaii is like a private school, and it's the most hated school in Hawaii because, one, it's pretty expensive, so a lot of the students there are from wealthier families, and two, they used to only allow white people to attend there back in the day, so that also didn't help their reputation. So it's pretty much the number one most hated school in Hawaii. But
you also forgot how they hold back their scholarship athletes so that they get a year.
I didn't know about that. I didn't hear about that.
You really didn't know about that?
I didn't know about that.
I don't know if it's like completely true or if it still happens, but I remember hearing that, people who are usually like my age were one grade below me.
Oh, yeah. I knew about that. That was something that happened, but it wasn't just the athletes.
Oh, I thought they did that so that way the athletes got an advantage.
I don't think so, because isn't Michael...
Respecting privacy.
Michael
Stop it.
is almost the exact same age as me. Well, for listeners, Michael
really
is our mutual friend that's in Ian's grade, which is one grade below me, but he's the exact same age as me, like one day apart.
Yeah, because this guy is actually 1 year older than me. It's hard to believe, but it's true.
Yeah. So, I think all private schools do that for some reason. I think I thought what I heard is it's like a maturity reason. I don't really get it, because isn't it just like arbitrary? It's just like it's really just an arbitrary cutoff. Like who, like kids develop at different rates. Kids have different like upbringings and attitudes. Like how can you tell who's more mature just by like 1 year? So
Well, I don't know, but that's part of the reason why I didn't go to HBA during elementary school. Was it?
that makes
No.
sense.
It was. I know my mom was like, "That's kind of a dumb reason." No, she said it was along the lines of it was some of the tests that were kind of stupid. I just didn't get. So I was like, she said the main one was it folding the paper the wrong way? Which I'm like, that's maturity. It's like, yeah, it's like you didn't fold it hot dog style. You folded a hamburger. I'm like, wait, what does food have to do with folding my paper? I was like even as a little kid, I'm like, this seems stupid. What? Just tell me what to
Yeah.
do. I'm a kid. You're an adult. Be an adult. And it's like, yeah, kid, I don't think, yeah. And then, yeah, I failed that. So
Hold
I went
back
to a small elementary school instead.
Yeah, I think I wasn't really down with being held back a year either, but yeah, that's why I didn't go. I don't even know, but there was a lot of factors. So yeah, I started going to Punahou summer school. I don't know why, but like that was the first time that I started taking the school bus. Yeah, so that was like pretty I don't want to say it was like good. Actually, I think I hated it. I hated taking the school bus.
Wait. Does Punahou have the same bus? Oh, no, Punahou has its own bus, right?
No. I took this it was called like Robert's Hawaii school bus. So we shared school bus with like all the town schools.
Oh, so it's probably shared with like us because that was the same bus.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think there was
didn't take it.
HPA. Obviously Marinol.
I think St.
there
Louis
was-
too.
Yeah, St. Louis. There was St. Louis.
Because I actually went to St. Louis for like a year or like for like elementary summer school.
Oh, really?
And yeah,
I've
my mom
never,
was like, yeah, she was like, either I'm gonna drop you off and drive back to work, or you're gonna take the school bus to school.
So for the listeners that are not from Hawaii, St. Louis is an all boys school.
Yeah, it's
and
pretty.
They're pretty good at football, obviously, because maybe they're all boys.
Because yeah,
like, didn't what's his face go there?
Marcus Mariota, Manti Te'o, they're all from St. Louis, or they're both from St. Louis.
No, Manti's from Punahou.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Who's the other guy? Who's the?
It's Mariota. You mean the other QB?
Yeah. There's one that
I haven't watched football in years.
Yeah.
The one that went to Alabama?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Is it a
Tua?
Tua,
yeah.
Something Loa, yeah.
Oh no, wait, Manti Te'o's a linebacker. What am I thinking about?
Yeah. He's a linebacker. He got catfished that one time.
Yeah.
That was really crazy.
That was weird.
Yeah, he's in my sister's grade, actually.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, they knew each other, but like not like buddies. But yeah, he's in my sister's grade.
Well, actually, wait, weren't you in Michelle Wee's year?
She was 1 year ahead.
Okay.
But I took one class with her.
So yeah, that's where all the Hawaii celebrities go to school.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's kind of true. That's kind of true, though. That's probably also why we're hated.
Actually, it was like Forrest too, right?
Yeah. The Forrest Buckner.
Yeah.
Oh, my sister like knew him pretty well because I think like when you first get into high school at Punahou, you have to go to this like camp, like this like friendship or team building camp, and then like she was like paired up with him for like most of that. So, but obviously that was like freshman year, so we had no idea that nobody had any idea he was going to be like that good at football. But he was huge, obviously. But yeah, that's that. Yeah, so I started going to Punahou because I had some friends, some of my dad's coworkers' kids went to Punahou. So, and obviously, like, yes, it's the most hated school, and I always like say that just so I don't get too much hate, but it's a really good school, and that's why like people like want to go there. So I started like going there for summer school, started taking the school bus, hated that because I was a spoiled kid. I was so used to like my parents taking me to school, and then now I had to take this like school bus, and then like there's all these like St. Louis kids, and they're like super rowdy.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like some just like quiet kid. I think did my sister go too? No, I think I was alone. I had to wake up at like 5 a.m., take that school bus, share it with all these like these rowdy boys, and I didn't like it. And then like yeah, and then I missed the stop because I only went to Punahou one time before that. I had no idea where I was, and so like I missed the stop, and then like maybe I don't know, like down the street, I was like, I'm pretty sure I had to get out. So then I just like went up to the driver and I was like, hey, can I get out? Because I had to go to Punahou, and then I got out, and then I knew where the stop was after that. But yeah, that was a little rough. I had to break out of my little spoiled bubble. But yeah, overall it was fun once I got the hang of it.
Wait, did you catch the bus before then, like the city bus?
No, I never caught any bus, so that was like the first time. I just went in like blind. I think like the weekend before, my mom just drove me past Punahou, and she's like, "That's Punahou, like that's where you get off." Okay, I was like, all right, I think I get it.
Were you playing the Game Boy, or were you actually paying attention?
I don't know. I could have been playing the Game Boy because I loved the Game Boy at that age. So I was like, okay, I get it. There's a tree over there, and I get it. So yeah, like that was the start of my I don't know, young adulthood, you could say.
But yeah, I think, what was I thinking about? Oh no, I remember. I think I started catching bus around then, which I would catch the bus. Oh no, I would meet my sister at UH, and we catch the bus home. And after that, I just caught the bus home by myself after a while. So yeah, I think, when was that? What is middle school? Like
7th
12,
grade,
13?
6th grade?
13 or 14?
Oh yeah, 12, 13.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that because I also remember the bus driver being like, "Hey, it's $1." I'm like, but I'm a kid. It's like, he's like, what? It's like, I showed him my ID. It's like, I'm a middle schooler. It's like, oh, my bad. I'm like, this guy thought I was an adult. What? That's when I knew I looked different. And then,
oh my god.
No, I remember that. No, I think it was my sister. I think my sister had to come up, and she's like, yeah, he doesn't have to pay $1. He's literally in elementary school. Or not. He literally just finished elementary school like not even a couple months ago. It's like, he's not gonna pay $1.
That's hilarious. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, that was when I knew how much I had to pay for bus fare.
Dang, that's you were different.
I know. I was
okay.
built different, bro.
now you are the age you look. So
yeah,
you got that going for you now.
I know, right? It's like reverse Benjamin Button almost, or Benjamin Button.
You look this age since you were 12.
Yep, I literally look like an early middle-aged person since I was 12. Because I think middle school is when you start getting facial hair. That's why.
Yeah, that's about the time. That's about the time.
Yeah,
I had a stash at that time.
Same.
Yeah, it's like that weird transition where you start growing a stash, but nobody ever teaches you how to shave or like says really anything. So now I just have a stash, and that's it. It is what it is. I just have a stash. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if it was at St. Louis or at HBA that my mom was like, "Yeah, you got to shave because they don't allow facial hair." Yeah,
I mean, I knew I had a stash well after I had it. I was like, yeah, I actually don't like this stash. Like, I look pretty like bad, to be honest, but I just didn't know what to do. Like, I don't have a razor or anything. And then finally my dad was like, you got to shave. And I was like, thank you. I've been freaking waiting for this.
Was it? I didn't learn to shave from my parents. I
Oh,
I think I actually learned how to shave from the movie Fat Camp, the one with
wow.
Ben Stiller. Do
uh,
you
I
remember
don't
that
know that
movie?
one, but it sounds like a Ben Stiller movie.
The one where there are these like overweight kids at a camp, and then this guy takes over the camp, and he's like a fitness guy, and he's trying to get them all to lose weight. Yeah.
No, but that sounds
Oh
pretty funny.
no, that's a good movie. Or it was very
Maybe not good,
it
just
was very
funny.
Disney original.
Oh, it was a Disney original?
I don't know, but it felt like it.
That doesn't sound like it. That sounds too non-PC for a Disney original.
Well, it
That
was
just
also the
sounds like a Ben
'90s.
Stiller movie.
It was the
Hmm.
'90s, so
Maybe.
yeah. There's a scene where the guy was like trying to shaving off whipped cream off of a balloon, and I'm like, oh,
Oh, that's how you
that's how you
learn.
do it. I mean, he was using a barber razor though, which is
Oh,
very
wow.
different. But I'm like, oh, you're supposed to go along with it. Yeah, literally learned it from Disney. I learned how to shave from
Wow.
Disney. Thank you, Disney.
Nah, actually, I got an electric one. I
Oh,
used an electric one for all throughout, like from middle school to high school.
damn, that's
Yeah.
bougie.
Nah, but it's
Jeez.
not as good. It's not as good. I still like. I could use an electric to this day, but I'd rather use the blade.
No, electric all the way. I literally the first time I used an electric razor was during college. When I was like 21 years old, I'm like, so this is what it feels like.
21 when you're almost graduating, like.
Yeah, like I, because I was using a regular like yeah disposable, and then I joined was a Dollar Shave Club. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah. Is that still a
Then
thing?
they have the barber one, right?
No, no, no. They have the
Dollar
disposable
Shave
razors
Club.
that you can buy or
Oh, the
subscribe to.
safety one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay. Nah,
yeah.
because
Yeah,
I feel
facial
like
hair.
the electric one doesn't cut as close.
Oh no.
My problem with it.
Yeah, I think for me, it's just volume control. It's less about precision.
Hmm.
It's like I'm not trying to
Yeah,
get rid
because
of
for
the
you
grass.
have the
I'm just
full
trying to
beard.
cut it down. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think for you, if you have the full beard, like it's probably better with the electric. But for me, it's more just like a stash.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I'd rather just use the blade.
Yeah, because at certain point, especially in high school, I was shaving every morning just because by the end of the day, I'd have little stubbles already.
Holy
Yeah,
crap, man.
yeah, that Okinawan blood, bro.
Damn. You were a full grown man since 12.
I, it wasn't 12. No, because we got demerits if for not shaving. That's why.
Ah,
And I'm
demerits.
like,
I remember those now. You
yeah,
just awakened a memory in my.
oh, demerits, and we had dress code too, and then we had the brown shirt. I remember that. That was the punishment shirt of you didn't wear the right clothes, so we're giving you this horrible unwashed shirt to wear.
Wow.
Yeah, like
That seems
I
kind of
honestly
inhumane.
I don't think anyone washed it because I'm pretty
Oh
sure it
my.
smelled.
Jeez.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I
pretty
was lucky
bad.
because I was at least bigger, so I'm like less people have worn this, so I'm a little bit better. But then
Oh,
again,
okay.
I'm also like the big guys who wear this
Oh, true.
probably sweat just as much as I do, so it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
kind of bad.
yeah. Ah,
Yeah, so
demerits.
summer so moving on to like summer in high school, I think like
Oh.
that's when you start actually having memories that are you retain a little bit more.
Mm.
But yeah, mostly for my summers in high school, I did a part-time job. Um
Oh.
so I was a teaching aide at
Mm.
the school I went to, like Punahou, and I was like a teaching aide for middle school usually. So I would
Mm.
go there early in the morning, just like usual. Wake up at 5 a.m.
Mm.
So I think at this point I stopped taking the school bus and started taking the city bus with my sister.
Ah.
I think it
Mm.
was cheaper and also, yeah, I think it's mostly cheaper. And then I think my parents were like, okay, like I think you can handle yourself on there now. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, taking the city bus at that point, and honestly, though, that was super. I didn't mind that at all. That was super fun. Like being a teacher at that time,
Mm, yeah.
um, making some money, and it was like you're a teacher, but you're just a kid still. Like it's
Mm,
not like you're. It's not like a real job or anything. You're just like there. You're helping kids in class,
mm,
like grading some papers. So a lot of my friends were doing that, so just did that, and yeah, that was the part time job type of deal.
mm. I think I mostly just did was it junior lifeguard stuff. So like teaching
Oh,
kids how to
nice.
swim and like yeah, hanging out on the deck of the pool. But I didn't get paid.
That's what I wanted to do. That's what like Royce did,
Yeah.
Sarah did. And I was like,
Yeah.
that seems like pretty easy. Kind of want to
It
do that.
low key was pretty easy.
Why didn't you get paid though?
uh I think I had to be a certain age to get paid.
Oh,
I think I had to be at least 16. I think that was when I was like right under 16 and I didn't get paid. And I'm like, you know what? It's just fun not to go to school. So I find this is fine.
yeah.
So I think, yeah, that was around the age where I stopped going summer school. And because I don't think they really have summer school for
Yeah,
high
I don't
school.
know if it's that much of a thing in high school. Like, I didn't
Yeah.
even really consider going to summer school in high school. So I feel like
Yeah.
it was there, but maybe it was for like people who like needed to do a course that they failed or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. High school was when summers were actually fun. You could actually hang out with people.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, because like as a kid, summer is one, you don't appreciate summer because it's just like another thing.
Hmm.
And I think, like, at least for me, I didn't appreciate it because I just didn't have enough life experience. Like summer is just like a different thing, a normal thing. I don't really care.
Hmm.
But in high school, you're like, oh, nice. You don't have school.
I
That's
know, right?
dope.
I know, right? That's why it's like you literally only look forward to like winter break and then summer break.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Those were definitely my top two seasons growing up. Maybe still to this day.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, summer break, 2 to 3 months of freedom.
I
That's the
think
best.
I think it was like right at the end of middle school and the beginning of high school. No, I think it was a little after because I think I was. When did we have like the sleepover at Michael's house? Was that middle school or like high school?
I think middle school. I think middle
Ah, okay,
school.
yeah. So yeah, I think
Maybe.
that's when I started making friends with a lot of the well, because especially since that was when I first joined that school.
Hmm.
Yeah, Michael
Yeah.
was my gateway friend.
Oh, okay. But you didn't meet Michael through me, right? You just like met him.
I think it
Like,
was because I
oh,
think that was
okay.
back when we were swimming, and then when I first got into HBA, I was like, "Oh, hey, I know you, be my
Oh, cool,
friend,"
cool,
kind
cool.
of thing.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you already know. Like Michael's literally my oldest friend.
yeah.
We're literally born one day apart, and our moms went through pregnancy together. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, and it was kind of interesting because, like, I think every school had a different, slightly different summer vacation. Like, some
Hmm.
of the schools was like June through August or whatever. Some of them was like July to September or something.
Actually, didn't you guys start the latest?
Yeah, I think I started the latest, so um, I was always just like at the end of summer, kind of like got bored, and I was like, all right, whatever, I'll just go to school now. Like, I'm ready. Everybody else is in school.
Yeah, everyone else is like, "Damn, I really don't want this to start," and you're just like, "I can't wait because I'm bored."
Yeah, yeah. I was like, okay, everybody's in school now. It's That's when you realize summer is actually about the friends. It's about the people you hang out with and the
Yeah,
times there.
yeah.
Because if it's just by yourself, it's just like Yeah, I can go to school then.
Yeah. Although I don't know, was it like that when you were younger during summer? Not really, right?
What do you mean?
Because I remember like when I didn't have like school and I would be like at my grandma's house. I was completely content with like playing with my Legos and like
Oh
watching
yeah,
old '80s
Legos.
shows.
Legos, Disney Channel, Cartoon
Yeah,
Network.
yeah,
That's all you need. Grandma's food.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my grandma's food was pretty different though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine's pretty good. But yeah, no, I was super happy with that actually as elementary school. I think it's because like when you become like a teenager, you just start to be way more concerned with your social life.
Yeah,
That's probably
true
why.
that.
Yeah, the teenage years is like the peak of how much you care about your social life, and then it goes down a little, but until like you're in your 30s and you're like, yeah, take it or leave it, I guess.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. I should probably text him.
I'll text him tomorrow. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
2 years later. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But there was like some kids, right, or some of our friends that were year-round school.
Really?
Yeah, wasn't Jason like that?
No, Jason was Punho too.
No, before that, like in like Mililani or I forget or something. Yeah. Technical
Yeah.
difficulties. But yeah, for me,
Dun-
the last era of summer was summer in college. And that's my personal favorite era of summer,
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah, because that was definitely more fun because of all the drinking. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, okay, so we were from Hawaii and then I went to school in California. And then every summer I'd come back for summer break.
Hmm.
And it was like, it was really, really fun.
No, yeah. Because we actually had like some money and freedom.
Yeah, some money, people had cars,
Yep.
freedom. Like your parents aren't like, what are you doing? And there was no like actual school like high school.
Yep.
And at least some people were 21. Um and like it was like, at least for me, because I went away for school, and it was just a really nice reconnection with like my home and coming back to Hawaii, because
Mm.
like, yeah, I definitely had a lot of fun in college and on the mainland, but then to come back home and like kind of reconnect with everyone, um and sometimes it was like a time capsule, sometimes it was like I never left. And that's
Hmm.
like how it is with a lot of people that go
Hmm.
back home in college. It's like, I come back, I feel like I went through a lot, but when I come back, like not much has changed, everything's still here. um People are still here, family's still here, same stores, same restaurants, everything's kind of still here. So I was like, okay, yeah. And it was just really really nice. And maybe one of the best things about it is like I have absolutely no responsibilities to do. Well, I had jobs, but like
Mm.
it wasn't like high stakes or anything. Like it was just a really good way to decompress, and hang out with friends, and yeah, just it was just a super fun, chill time.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah, summer is really when, oh no, I guess summer is different than like college time just because you experience a lot of the college stuff, like college age stuff, except it's with more of the friends you grew up with instead of people you've met, kind of thing.
That's a pretty good way to put it, actually.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure because since we were not in the same place during college, that was the only time when we could hang out was during summer or like during breaks.
Yeah.
Which summer was at least the longest one. So that was usually the main times when we would go out drinking or going out like hanging out at friends' houses or like house parties and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what was the funniest thing that I think about is Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
So the thing
Yeah.
so in Hawaii, in Oahu, there's Dave and Buster's. Everybody knows Dave and Buster's. There's only one on the island, and every Wednesday, I think, like they had I don't even know what it was, but it was just like a night where people go. I forgot what event it was.
I don't know what it was because I know like there was like 18 and I think it was like 21 and under was allowed up until a certain point, and then after that it was 21 and over. I don't know if that was Wednesday.
Was it Wednesday? Thursday?
I forget.
Tuesday?
Honestly, I only went to Dave and Buster's like a handful of times, and some of them I remember, a lot of them I don't. So, yeah.
Yeah, the only thing that I found funny about that time is that everybody your age went to Dave and Buster's on Wednesday or whatever day it was. So it was like everybody on this island, which has 1 million people, it's not like that big. Everybody from your childhood, everybody like from your middle school, your elementary school, your clubs, your soccer team, your swimming team, like your high school, everybody you ever knew might be there on Wednesday when you go.
Yeah.
Like any random person from your childhood in the past that you kind of forgot about, you might run into them at Dave and Buster's on Wednesday.
Yeah. If you don't run into them like this Wednesday, you'll eventually see them during this summer kind of thing. Like it's not you might, it's more like you will just at some point.
Yeah. That was kind of fun about it in some ways. Yeah. But also kind of like it is a really small island, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of like this is cool, but this is kind of weird. Like I never thought I'd hang out with this or see this person drinking kind of thing.
Yeah, I actually haven't even thought about you in years, but now that I see you, I totally remember you.
It's like, oh my gosh.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Dave and Buster's was okay, but I think like after 21, like or like the first couple times you go, it just becomes not fun anymore. I don't know what it is.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I mean, I think like, well, obviously once you graduate college or you're past that age and you're there and there's like the 18 plus people, then you're like, all right, I don't know about this anymore.
Yeah.
And then you try it again one time and you're like, yeah, definitely not. And you're done.
Yeah. Yeah. If anyone suggests Dave and Buster's, I automatically wonder what their age is and like if we're really friends kind of thing. I don't know. Like, because I cannot see any of the people we know suggesting Dave and Buster's, or if they do, it's probably because they're meeting somebody who's probably a younger there kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I will say at the time that we were the appropriate age between 18 and 21, that was fire. It was fun.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It was a good time.
Oh my God. Being belligerent in front of the basketball game? Oh, that was so much fun. And then going to the NASCAR or like the Mario Kart station. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Super. I don't know. Those are like some of my best memories for sure.
Yep.
And there's also like these club events as well that happen.
Yeah.
Just in like Chinatown. There's lots in Chinatown, right? And then there's in Ward in Chinatown. Those are like the main ones.
Yeah. Wait, were you there?
I forgot what it was called.
Oh, I forget too, but there was one that we went to, I don't know if you were there, but it was not fun. Or it was fun, but it didn't have AC. And it was like a
Oh, okay.
club thing. I don't know if it was like an 18 and I feel like it was like a underage kind of thing where it's like you're kind of like pretty sure nobody was drinking, but that's the only reason why they're allowed to not have AC in this place, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I don't
Because
know
no,
where was it and what was the atmosphere like?
I'm pretty sure. Okay, it was pretty sure it was like second story in
Was it like an
Chinatown.
enclosed place? Okay.
It
Oh,
was it was
maybe I remember.
it was pretty big, but I remember like the first time I went up into there, and then as soon as I got into the main venue area, it's like being slapped with like a bunch of sweaty balls, kind of like heat. Like it was just so humid and hot. I'm like, this feels like if I'm not drunk, this is gonna be the most miserable time of my life, kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah, I think the thing is with clubs, I don't know. For me, I can always have fun. To be honest, like
yeah,
I make my own fun.
this is true.
I make the most of the situation. So yeah, I always had fun. I'm sorry, Ian. Sometimes I know it wasn't fun,
Yeah.
but but
Yeah.
yeah, I will say I was always having fun.
Although I think Zanzibar was kind of fun. It was weird, but it's kind of fun.
Oh, that's weird.
Zanzibar, the was it the Waikiki club that closed down like what 8 years ago? No, not
Yeah,
8, but like it's been a
it
while.
it closed it down not too long after we went. Like maybe we would have still gone sometimes if it didn't close.
Yeah,
Like it was like still kind of like yeah, we went to Zanzibar and now it's closed. Dang.
yeah.
But that was pretty fun. Zanzibar was pretty
I
fun.
I think we only went once, right? Or did we go like a couple
I
times?
don't know. I personally went a few times.
Hmm.
Yeah, but like with you guys, I feel like we went. I don't know, maybe a couple times. Because like that was one of the only places you could go in Waikiki,
Yeah,
like for like a club.
because
Otherwise,
I
it's all
think
like pubs and bars.
because I think M or whatever that's like outside of Waikiki. That's more like Restaurant
Mm,
Row area.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I I think we went on the one that I remember. I'm pretty sure you remember it too. I think it was a weekday night because it was pretty like it was pretty empty. I don't know if it was a weekday night because I'm pretty sure we were in college. I don't know if it was pretty empty or kind of empty, but yeah, I remember it because I don't know if I knew the Samoan bouncer because a lot of the bouncers in Hawaii clubs are Samoan. That's just law,
That's
you know.
just yeah, just
But
how it is.
yeah, I remember it being kind of weird because we went downstairs or through the lobby part. I kind of think they had like a graduation like right before they opened up because they still had the tables and like the grad like flowers stuff like behind. I'm like, this is a club. I'm like, like
Hey.
I'm like, okay, who has a project or who has a graduation party at Zanzibar? That seemed.
Zanzibar.
I'm like, okay,
That's an interesting place to have
I
a
know,
grad
right?
party.
Yeah, and then yeah, it was pretty empty, and yeah, uh, I'm pretty sure it was a weeknight because that's the only reason I could think it would be that empty. And yeah, we met a bunch of Japanese people, we met some gay people too. That was fun.
Okay, I don't know if I remember that particular night. I really
No,
wish I did. Dang.
yeah, I don't know if you remember, but yeah, yeah, that was a fun night. We can talk
I
about
don't know.
that
There was
when.
lots of fun nights.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, there was lots of fun nights. I also really enjoyed like just the daytime sometimes. So you and I, we would just go to lunch together because
yeah.
we'd. I mean, I personally would wake up at like 11, and then I'd be like, "Yo, let's go to lunch," and then we just like drive out to Korea.
Okay, but yeah, I remember. Sometimes we would go like eat daichi. Oh, then again, we always seem to end up there, either there or Zippy's.
Yeah, that's the go-tos. That's the go-tos.
Yeah, and sometimes, I think we would sometimes meet some friends who found like seasonal jobs in town, and meet up for during the lunch breaks and stuff.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah.
I think like back in those days, it was just fun to do that. Just fun to just like go and get lunch. I mean, it's still fun, obviously, but I feel like when you're adulting, there's this less fun part about it because there's other things you have to be doing.
Yeah, it's
whereas
like what
and
projects
also
am I
it's
supposed
not
to be
as
doing?
new.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like those two things make it less fun when you're an adult. One, you've done it so many times before, and then two, there's other things you should be doing instead. Whereas like back in like late teens, early 20s time, it's like your first taste of freedom. That part's super fun, and there's really nothing else to do. You're just waiting for the school year.
Yeah.
So yeah, that just makes it super fun to do that.
Yeah, I think it's that, and then not having the freedom to just randomly do things and knowing that other people are most likely free to do them too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like just experiencing freedom for the first time is awesome.
I know. Even just meeting up, it's like we have to compare schedules and then find mutually, free time just to do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I think that's might be the pinnacle of freedom in your life. So if you're like, I think because my parents always told me like, hey, college, that was the best time of my life. And I was like, oh, interesting. Okay. And when I was going to college, I was like, you know what? I'm going to have a lot of fun, but my life's just going to get funner and funner. I don't believe college is going to be the best time of my life.
Goodbye.
And then 10 years later, I'm like, yeah, it was the best time of my life. Damn it.
Oh, yeah. Damn. So the conclusion is adulting sucks.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty major theme of this podcast.
So, yeah, damn, that's kind of depressing.
Yeah, no, I think college, the reason college is the best time is one, it's your first taste of freedom, and you're just like trying to see everything you can do with your freedom instead of just like having to go to school every day and like do everything that your parents say and having no free time. And then yeah, college is your first taste of freedom, and it's also like everybody around you's first taste of freedom, so everybody's just trying to do like take advantage of it. And yeah, I think that's what makes college like the best time. And I don't think, of course there's been other times in my life that were maybe just as fun and good, but maybe college is the gold standard still just because of that.
Yeah. Because now I'm thinking about it, like high school was only fun when you started to drive, which was that like really first part of freedom you get, being able to drive yourself.
Yeah, that was dope.
Oh, I remember
That's
the first
dope,
time I
high
got my
school.
license, I literally drove across the island.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you had like, when did you put subwoofers in your car?
I'm pretty sure that was after high school, because that was when I was already working. And yeah, I at least had some income.
I don't know. To me, that was really fun too. Like,
yeah,
we're not those punks that drive around with like giant subwoofers blaring music with the windows down.
Yeah,
but we were kind of just with the windows up most of the time.
Yeah. Because we like AC, bro.
Yeah, we like AC. Yeah.
Fun
I don't know. It's
times.
just fun.
Yeah. We were wild, but not super wild. We were tame wild. You know what I mean?
Team, you know? A little subwoofers here.
Yeah. A little bit of weird parking lot antics there, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, back in those days, doing things in parking lots was fun.
No, I'm pretty sure we did
But,
that in
like,
high school too, though.
oh, yeah, true. Yeah, like, back in all those times, doing things in parking lots was fun because that was, like, a place where you weren't being watched and, like, yeah, you could just do anything. Whereas, like, now as an adult, like, I can do whatever I want anywhere. So why would I hang out in a parking lot?
Yeah. It's like, why don't I just go to like an actual place, you know, to do things?
Yeah, like if you asked me to hang out in a parking lot, I would be like, why? No.
Well, I mean, Hawaii people do that too, though.
I guess the atmosphere is kind of fun, you know.
Yeah, like hanging out. Well, maybe it's at the beach parking lot is fun to hang out too. Yeah.
But I feel like it doesn't have that same charm as when you're in like high school and those days.
Wait, were you there when we bought lightsabers?
I don't know.
Because that was like pinnacle high school nerdiness of like I think I started getting into like videography and like recording things. And yeah, I think we were at the Pro Ridge parking lot, and then we were like, hey, let's go buy lightsabers. And it's like, hey, why don't we try choreograph a lightsaber fight in the Pro Ridge parking lot? Yeah. There's the security is like, hey, you guys got to get out of here. This is dumb.
Yeah, you nerds got to get out of here.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, and then we went to a park and did that, and then the cops showed up, and I'm like, okay, we probably can't do this anymore. Yeah, it's like, what are you guys doing? It's like, we're playing with lightsabers. It's not even like you guys are doing anything bad. It's just like, yeah, it's just kind of late, and you guys probably shouldn't be in the park. So if you guys could leave, yeah.
I that's pretty funty.
Yeah, it's like he knew it's like there was no drugs, there was no drinking at all. These are like, just a bunch of nerds.
If you're a cop, you're like, all right, this is a totally tame situation here.
Yeah. This is as PG as Disney gets, kind of thing. Yep. Yeah, but that's high school though. That to me, that's like innocent fun. That's kind of like, it's kind of dumb, like when you think about it. Because if you ask me to, hey, you want to go have a lightsaber battle in the park at night? Part of me would be like, maybe, but this seems weird, kind of thing.
You mean today?
Yeah.
I think I would not be down. I would be
really?
Like, why don't we just drink? It depends who asked me though, I guess. Like, and it depends, like, because I feel like if I was back 10 years ago, I'd be like, yeah, let's go. But today I would ask a couple questions first. Yeah, I think I've changed. Unfortunately.
You've changed, bro. You're no longer down.
Nah, I used to be one of those people that was down for anything.
Yeah.
And I really like didn't understand why no one else was down for everything. And I really like respect those people who are down for everything. But then now I've become what I hated. I'm a person that's not down for everything anymore.
Yeah.
But I feel like that person's still inside me somewhere. But he's trapped. He's
trapped in an adulthood body.
He's trapped in adulthood. Like, I feel like I might be that when I retire again. Like, yeah. Let's go.
Oh, retirement, bro. That's a far way. That's a lofty way.
Yeah, that's kind of a long time from now.
Oh, damn. As soon as you said retirement, I was going to be like, have you seen the stocks kind of thing? I'm like, oh my God, I know I'm getting old when I'm like, as soon as someone mentions retirement, I'm thinking about my 401, I'm thinking about my stocks and everything.
I would say that's not necessarily an old thing. I think that's just responsible to think about your stocks and your 401k. You're never too young to think about that. I had a 401, I had a Roth IRA since I was in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when I had those summer jobs, I was putting them in a Roth IRA. So yeah, my dad forced me to do that. But
damn. That's a good call though.
Yeah, it was a super good call. I have no regrets about that whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then it got me early thinking about what Roth IRAs, 401ks, stocks, things like that. So even during this time where I was fucking around in parking lots, I also had a retirement account.
True that.
These things don't have to be separate.
Yeah, same. As soon as I got a job, I think I started putting at least, I think I put at least 5% for 401 contribution. And then as I got older, I think I went to 0. But then again, as I got older, it went to 15%.
Nice.
Because I'm like, why do I need this? It's like, no. I'm like, no, I need this.
Now, I feel like any money you put away, later on, you never regret it. You're always like, thank you, younger me. Thank you.
Yeah. You're like I can survive, or I don't know, because so Social Security by the time we retire is not going to be a thing.
Yeah.
That feels like no longer a speculation. That just feels like a fact.
Yeah. Yeah, and whenever you spend too much, later on you can regret it. You'll be like, what the heck? Why did I do that?
Yep.
But then saving, you're never like, dang, I regret that. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah. Well, it also depends how you save. This feels like it's getting into a financial talk.
It does. Anyway, as of this recording, stocks are crashing.
Yeah.
The global financial situation looks bad. There's a war in Ukraine. There's a supply chain shortage due to that, plus the effects of the global pandemic that has been happening for the last 2.5 years. Combined with inflation that has been in the US as a result of fiscal responses to the pandemic to avoid the economy from tanking during that time. Now we're feeling the effects of, okay, why did we put so much money in and kind of only rich people got it? Yeah, and now it's time to pay the price.
Yeah. Oh, and don't forget about gas. Did you mention gas?
I mentioned the supply chains, but yeah, gas as well.
Yeah.
But this is a pretty bad time to become an adult. So
yeah, that's a fair statement. we at least kind of grew into this for people who just graduated or only 2 years out. Bro,
that's pretty rough.
It's you didn't get that nice gradual slide into it. You got the cliff kind of.
True, but it also will mold you in, well, all hard times will mold you into something greater in the end if you survive.
Yep.
But I guess that you can say that about any bad thing.
Yep.
But yeah, that sucks for the people that graduated during the pandemic and are having their college years and their early 20s years, they're young years during the pandemic. That kind of sucks, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, even I feel like everybody still in school, this pandemic just sucks for them.
Yeah.
I mean, elementary school kids, middle school kids, high school kids. It's like a lot of the memories that we made. It's like, yeah, it's like imagine just having like 2 of those years just chopped off, kind of thing.
But remember when we were in elementary school and they had a teacher strike?
No, I actually don't remember that.
We were in elementary school and public school teachers went on strike, and so we had a shorter school year.
Ah, I was private school, so I didn't feel it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we had a shorter school year, and I was like, yeah, this is great.
It's like, damn, I did
But
not
at
get
least,
that benefit.
but like our like summer school program opened up, so we were going to summer school, seeing friends and stuff like that. But the pandemic, I think, like, yeah, you don't even see friends, and that's got to be super rough on kids and anybody, any young person right now.
Yeah. Oh man, I really feel bad for like people who are in like freshman year of high school. It's like you didn't get that like middle school like friend building time, and to just enter high school with people who you only remember from elementary school, hopefully, kind of thing.
Dang. Imagine if, yeah, you just went to middle school during the pandemic. That means you went from elementary school into high school.
Yeah.
That's
no
crazy.
buffer.
That's crazy. Middle school is that awkward buffer time where like some kids are trying to act super adult, and like, I don't know, like nerds like me are still in elementary school, but at least there's that buffer time.
Yeah. Oh man, I think that should be in the different topic. I think that should be what, high school or school in general. School regrets, school like phases. Oh my god, that'd be so fun. Like the different trends that we had. Oh yeah, it's so cringe.
Oh my god, I don't know if I can cringe that hard, but yeah.
I just cringe to my like worn out jeans and stuff. Oh,
teenagers are just so cringe, no matter
really
what generation or age. There are a few actually cool teenagers that are still cool to adults, but most teenagers are extremely cringe. I'll tell you that.
Yep.
Maybe there's 1% of teenagers that are actually cool.
Yeah. But those are the kids who become like actual
presidents
cool
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those kids that have like charisma set to max. Yeah. Those people, they'll go places for sure. But yeah, some kids are just like good at impressing other kids, but to adults they're like, you're so lame, bro. Yeah. But when you're a kid, you can't tell the difference.
No, yeah. Oh, I that should be our next topic. I have so much to. I remember so many like cringe things from just school time. Because I know we're trying to like stick into summer, so I don't really want to say it. And plus, we're kind of, it's been a while, it's been a minute, so I think now would be a good time to end. But oh my gosh, just like all the like cringe people you've met in middle school, just middle school alone.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Cringe people from next episode. Cringe people from middle school.
Yo, that sounds pretty fun though.
That's a hilarious topic that I think anyone can relate to.
After this, I am gonna go through my middle school yearbook and find these people. I forgot about you, but I won't anymore. Your cringe is coming back to me. Because I'm pretty sure every middle school had those people. I mean, even in Stranger Things, it's like some of the kids, the things that they do is just kind of cringe, and like some of the people in that show are like, yeah. So I'm pretty sure everybody's had that phase or known people who've gone through that, and I think that'd be something cool to visit. But that was our episode on summer, which we kind of hit, didn't.
We hit enough.
Yeah. Because it's more like summertime, but as we slowly progress into adulthood, into the nothingness that is adulthood. But thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it relatable, and if you have any sort of like memories during that time that you would like to share, do it. I wouldn't mind reading about it. But thank you for joining us. I hope you look forward to our cringe middle school episode that is coming out hopefully after this. And please like, subscribe, all that stuff. And you got anything to say?
Have a great life.
Man.